Hi, I'm Nicole from Puraforce Remedies. Let's talk sleep. I've had a great morning in my clinic. I live in Mount Gambier and my practice is in town. And I also see patients online through Skype in Australia, nationally and internationally as well. And I see heaps and heaps of crying babies. Lots of parents come to me with children that are unsettled, children after birth who just will not attach to the breast properly, children who can't self-settle, children who have been through the sleep schools and they still are terrible sleepers. And I wanted to have a bit of a chat about what it is that I see, what I see that works. Now, unfortunately, in Australia at least, we don't really have a birthing system in our hospitals that supports women and supports babies. A lot of the time when women go in to have their hospital births, they go in and as soon as they walk in the doors, they're actually put on a clock and they're given a set amount of time to deliver that baby. Now, unfortunately, sometimes your baby and your body has a different idea of what they have, and so it can sometimes lead to a cascade of intervention. Now, that can mean being induced, that can mean having waters broken, that can mean having forceps delivery, suction, C-section. Of course, all of these things can happen as well, just with the best of intentions and unassisted births as well. So we're by no means putting any kind of blame or anything on the medical system. However, it's just something to think about when it is when you have a baby on the other side of birth and you expect this child to sleep, you expect it to feed and to burp and to sleep, and that's the way it's meant to work. However, it doesn't always work like that. A lot of children suffer nervous system tension, and they have tension and trauma in their nervous system. And the way that this can manifest is that they have a very overactive startle reflex. So even if you wrap them very tightly, they don't like it, or they find that they wake themselves up in their sleep. Also, children who have night terrors, who have a lot of difficulty staying asleep, so getting into long periods and stretches of sleep and then therefore being able to settle. A lot of these children I've found in my clinic, and I've been working with chiropractors for years in lots of different states in Australia, we've all come to the same conclusion, and that is that there is a lot of tension in the nervous system. Now, if you can really work on unwinding that tension, a bit almost like winding up a clock, reversing it, then and you release that tension in the nervous system, these children become relaxed, their body is enabling them to sleep. So it's not that your child is necessarily fighting you with what it is you're trying to do, which is, come on, sleep already. It's not that at all. It's just that their body physically doesn't let them sleep. Now, I experienced this firsthand and did a lot of research into this when my second daughter was born. Even though she had a beautiful home water birth, I'd had 3 full weeks before that of pre-labour. So she was trying constantly to get out, and so there was a lot of pressure that was put on her crown, on my cervix. And it wasn't until I had a chiropractic adjustment that then 4 hours later she was born and birthed naturally at home in water. Now, that all being said, I thought, fantastic, she's had the same start in life as my first daughter, a beautiful home water birth, what should the problem be? However, she wasn't a sleeper until we started doing this work on unravelling her nervous system. Now, what this has done is enabled her to self-settle. It's enabled her to sleep. But without this work and not having done this and had the education to do this, I really would have been in the same situation as every single parent that comes into my clinic saying, what is wrong with my baby? So what I'm saying is there's a lot of tension in the nervous system. Now, what you can do to help that is chiropractic, osteopathic treatment. It's fantastic. And ongoing treatment until you really work on unwinding this, because how big and how much tension is in the nervous system, each child is going to be different. A child that's had a cesarean delivery, a child that's had a forceps or a suction delivery will have a different level of tension. And so you need to look at what's particular for your child rather than looking at the calendar and counting the nights. The other thing is homeopathy. So we have fantastic remedies that assist that nervous system. They work with releasing, they work with relaxing. And so Carlifos, Gelsemium, Nux vomica, Rustox, Magfos, really, really therapeutic remedies that can help this. And this is what I put into my sleep and stress drops. So if you are an exhausted parent and you're sick of doing things that don't work and you're desperate for a change, it may be the time to start looking into some natural alternatives. Now, homeopathy can really help. So for children underneath 12 months, I recommend my ABC drops and my baby sleep drops together. Now, you dose this every 10 minutes as needed until your child goes to sleep. And then every time that they wake, you dose every 10 minutes again. For children over 12 months who are still having troubles with sleep, you can give my stress and sleep drops, and you do the same dosage, 10 minutes one dose every 10 minutes for 6 doses until they go to sleep, and then every half hour as needed if they're not to sleep, and then every time you awake, then you give it. Now, I have women who email me and say, hang on, you know, I've gone through so many bottles and I'm not seeing any change. Or I've seen some change but it's not consistent, or the first night was a dream, or okay, fantastic, one bottle and it's over. The point is, in sharing that with you, is that every single child is different. And so the level of tension in your child's nervous system and how many doses that child is going to need is going to be different to the next. So all I can say to you is give it a try and let your body and your child's body show you what it is that it needs. Now, the beauty with homeopathy is that you're not over-medicating. It's completely natural and safe, and that you're actually not going to be giving more than your child needs if you give according to your child's symptoms. That's what makes it different to allopathic and pharmaceutical medicine, where one size or one dosage fits all. We don't want to over-medicate, we only want to give exactly what your child has needed. So jump online, puraforceremedies.com, and order either my ABC and baby sleep drops if your child's under 12 months, or sleep drops and stress drops together if your child is over 12 months, and email me, get onto our Facebook page, let us help you and get this dosage right, because I have had so many cases where this has really clicked, not only in my clinic, in my professional life, but now professionally through Puraforce. So many people who have emailed me have just said, look, those drops are a dream. Also get in contact with your local osteopath, your local pediatric chiropractor, and really start helping your body or your child's body to rest, because when you have so much tension in your nervous system, this child, your children don't rest, and that's why they're suffering in many ways just as much as you are. So hopefully this has been valuable, and jump onto our Facebook page, let me know what you think of this video, and hopefully if you've got any questions, you'll contact us. Thanks.